Greetings and welcome to the latest episode of my Minecraft Let's Play Survival series. So, I've had a bit of a busy weekend. I've had time to play, I haven't had time to record, but that's not what we're really going to be doing today. Today I want to fix up some stuff around this starter area because I'm getting sick and tired of having to run all the way round to get back to my mine when I've been working up there. So I want to make some kind of easy access, and I considered building a bridge up to a gateway here or a pathway or something, and I might still do that at a later date, but I'm kind of liking the way this is looking at the moment. Obviously the walls still need a lot of work, they're basically cobble slabs right now, but yeah, so I need a way to get up there without having to either run all the way around this way or run via the skeleton, as you saw me doing on the time-lapse intro there. So, not the skeleton farm, should I say. So I want an easy access, and we are right underneath, so there should be something we can do, I think. We have a hole here, that kind of gives it away a bit. And at some point later on, we will go and have a look at what I've been up to up in the castle district, because I'm quite pleased with it. Right, let's put these in here for now. I'll put my hat on. So I've dug this area out here. This has to stay. This has got the torch on it, which is a bit of a shame, but we might be able to work around it somehow. So what I'm planning on doing here is very similar to the skeleton farm entrance over the other end. I've got a ladder here, and there will be a drop down here with water in, and I've gathered some stuff together, so hopefully this won't be too long of a job. It's just a question of getting it all put in place. Now I've got one candle. I've got a torch somewhere up there. Let's just fill this in as well so that I can actually see what I'm doing. That should be okay. So there we go. So I've got one torch in there, and I'll do something similar on the other side. So yeah, it's just a question of getting these all put in place to begin with. This all has to come out as well. And I'm trying to remember where the torch actually is here. It's that one. Okay. So that needs to come out and that needs to come out. That will help a great deal. Right. If I do that, I should be able to then place the rest of them when I get down there. Yeah, it's not a very long drop, but there's something very satisfying about just jumping down a hole and letting it do the work for me. Let's see. Yeah, we can put these back now, can't we? And we need to just go up a few more. So this is the easy bit. The hard bit's going to be deciding how to deal with it once we get up to the top. And I'm trying to keep my back to the work I've been doing, because I don't want to spoil the surprise for later. Like I say, been a bit busy. And there, and we'll go back down the ladder, but let's just take these out first and put those in. Now, doing the ladder bit's going to be the tricky one. We can put that back in there now too. And I completely forgot to put that torch in, didn't I? I left the gap for it, but I didn't put the torch in. Right. Let's get up here and shift a little bit more. Did I put it on the wrong level? I completely forgot to leave the gap because I hadn't put the torch in. There it goes. Right. And let's just fill this back up now. This is going to be the tricky bit because I'm going to have to build and ladder at the same time, but I'm sure it shouldn't be too much of a problem. We can just pop the ladder back up when we're done. Tanty-tum-ty-tum. That's that bit, and the next bit. There we go. And I'm actually going to have to break, come on, that last one as well, aren't I? To get all the way up to the top. And I'm going to be one block short, can you believe it? Shall I risk it? I've got feather falling. I think I'll be okay. Yeah, half a heart. That's not so bad. And actually, we can put the ladder back now on our way up. There we go. And one last block, and the last ladder, and we can go back down again. So the water drop bit is probably the easy part, actually. We just need a sign. See how prepared I am? Except for putting the torch in. Now this is going to need to be... Actually, that should do it. It's a little bit higher up than I would usually bother, but let's give it a go and see how it works out. And that does give us a clunk. Let's see if we can, in fact, move it down one. We should be able to, because that's there. Let's see if that one makes a difference. I can't put it any lower, otherwise my head will be in the water when I land, and that's no good to anybody. There we go. And I've just spotted another bone block that needs to go in up here. Right there. And we've got one on us. Perfect. Okay, so that's the bottom bit done. Now it's a case of getting this decorated. And I'm thinking we've got these sort of stripes here. So why not make use of them and actually build them into the plan. That's one wide, that's one wide. The furnaces will have to move. That's too wide. That's more of a problem. Because that would put that there. This will have to come back. One more, or two more even, to make this work. This is the problem with trying to retrofit things. They don't always behave the way you want them to. And then that would go like that. How does that look? Well, it could be worse, I suppose. And then I'm thinking we want some more bone blocks in here, because they are going to form the major colour in this room. Let's take that furnace out as well now and pop that in there. And I've just picked up another bunch of those that I didn't really need. If I put that one there, yeah, that might work. And you're the wrong way round. And really, I just want this to look neat and tidy. It doesn't have to be terribly fancy, and we are working, like I say, with a limited space that's kind of been decided for us. That's going to have to push back one further, isn't it? Like that. And we'll take those out there, and if we put one like that and one like that, I think it's getting dark. Let's pop a torch down, and then that will be those. No, it won't. Let's see. Let's put these in first. It's that one. That's the row that needs to be brick. There. And then that one will as well. I had actually planned on doing this in logs, but I'm quite liking the way the brick's looking, and it does mean that this is less of an issue. There's two... No, we can't do that alternate. This is just going to have to be all white blocks, I think. And then we can take that one back and put some of those in there, maybe. Oh, I've done worse. I've done better, but I've done worse. And this one again, that has to stay. So if we do that, like that, and then have these, actually that doesn't have to stay because that's where the furnaces are going to go. But we'll do it like that anyway. And then hopefully, yeah, we can do this one and have both sides matching. Like that. Right, now it's just a case of working out these. Well, that's simple enough. That matches up. So that one can match up. And then that one can match up. And yes, it's 2 on this end and 3 on that end, or whatever it is. Right. If we get the walls all in place. Now I'm thinking that should actually be brick. At least to there. Yeah. Right, so I'm thinking where the stone brick is, I'll bring some logs across. And where... oh, no, not that one. Oh, well, I'll be digging that out in a minute anyway. So that will be as well, and then that will be. And I believe it's spruce logs, because I want it to sort of have the same feel as the other drop entrance we've got down at the skeleton farm. And I want it to sort of feel like it matches up with the castle city area as well. Now that's going to be a problem, but we can work around that, I think, although it might let the water out. We might have to go and fix that up in a bit as well. Okay, let's fill the rest of this in, and we'll deal with those ones in a minute. So by fill all this in, of course, I mean dig it out first, because I'm clearly being very good at doing the opposite of my plan at the moment. That was the original hole I made to come down from the top when I was working out exactly where this spot was. I dug down to check that I got it right, and I had, but yeah, it didn't quite work out the way I wanted. So these are going to have to be bone blocks as well. This is why you should plan things out instead of just diving in when you've got an hour to spare finally. Yeah, we're going to have to get that water out of there now. Actually, I don't really need to be having that on my hotbar right now. Don't think anything's going to come down and start killing me. Right, so let's get these in, and then we'll actually have a neat and tidy ceiling. There we go. And I will fill that hole in some point later, tidy it up. That should be okay. Right. So if we put those there, and more importantly here, that should hopefully be enough to hold the water back. That's awesome. It does look a bit odd. I might get some stairs and change that out later. I do like the way the logs look when they're next to the half blocks. They just look neat and tidy and pretty, and yeah. Don't think I'm going to have enough cobble to do this floor though. So maybe that's where we can bring the spruce wood in that I was going to use, because it's already the floor out there. It's a wood that I'm using a fair bit upstairs, so it won't hurt any to have a little bit of spruce in here. And yeah, I think this will be a nice little addition, and it'll make it a lot easier to get back to collect things that I've forgotten over when I'm building over up there, because the number of times I've had to run back for cobble and stone down to the speed mine it's ridiculous amount of time that I've spent running up and down between these two areas. So this will be a huge time saver. Pick those up as well. Last few. There we go. Right, and the final thing we will need is a door, and I'm thinking I'll put it right there. And then we can, of course, put our furnaces back in. And it's dark, of course it is. There we go. So I originally was going to have the stairs here, but behind this block is this water source, so that's not actually very helpful. I would like these to feel like they were back one, but we just can't do it on this side. I should have moved this whole thing that way a little bit, and I might do that one day. Just push the whole thing over by a block or two. Let's see how these look with the spruce stairs, actually. Do you know, I think I prefer that. And I think, have I got any more of the stone bricks left? I do. Yeah. I think we'll take this whole white wall out, because this one curves round and this one does not. That's what was throwing me off, I think. It didn't look right at this end. It was too much white. Anyway, that's pretty much what I was looking to get done for now. I just wanted something that looked a little bit prettier. Oh, that's right, we're going to do those on the way up, aren't we? Because I think these do need to be... Let's change these out for the brick, because I think no matter what I do, they're going to look wrong if you can see them up the tube. There we go. Not there. We don't need that one. And at some point I'll put a sort of little hut over this. I'll just go and pick up all those blocks because it's a shame to waste them, let them despawn. There we go. One more test and then we'll go and have a look at what I was doing off camera. Yeah, that works. And now we can have access straight into here. These so need to go back. I just wish there was something I could do here with them. Like I say, I might move the whole thing. We'll see how it goes. Right, let's have a look at what I've been up to up in the castle city. Because, actually no, let's not do that right this second. There's one other thing that I wanted to do today. And I can combine the two quite easily. I'm going to go and find a friend for Mildred. Let's take a saddle. And I don't know if I've got any apples or carrots or anything. I've got a few of each. We'll give those a go. And let's go find a horse. Let's find a friend for Mildred. And we'll ride our new friend over to the castle district and see where we were at for there. So I'm sure there's a horse somewhere around here. I keep seeing it. There we go. You'll do. I'm not going to be fussy about colour or speed or hearts or anything. I just want a friend for Mildred to keep her company. So let's see if we can make this one our friend fairly quickly. Hello, horse. No, I'm feeding you. I'm not hitting you. Do you want apples? You like apples? Okay. Are you my friend now? Not quite. I thought horses like carrots as well. Oh well. You can't win them all. Come on, oh, you're in all the tall flowers. I can't click on you properly. Come on, I gave you all those apples. Be my friend. I'm nice. Yay! Oh, now you kick me off. Right, let's see. You've got a fair number of hearts, actually. Oh, you're not terribly fast, are you? Bless you. Okay. Well, we'll go up the main entrance, I think, today. Past the rainbow sheep. I also wanted to test and see if... oh, I've left some scaffolding over there. And see if this entrance is actually horse-friendly. I did try and make it high enough so I could get through without cracking my head open. And right now you might be able to see my busy work. I hope you can. It's rather large. We've got some kind of graphic glitches going on, but let's pop our friend over in the stable and then we'll go and have a closer look. So yeah, I like I say, I had quite a bit of time to play this weekend, but not a lot of time to record. Let's back up a bit, thank you. Look, Mildred, I brought you a friend. I don't know what we're going to call it. But there! Now you have someone to talk to. I know it's a horse, not a donkey, but you can't have everything. Right. So I decided if the castle was going up that high, it needed something to stand on. And you will not believe how long this took me. Hours and hours and hours. Pretty much the whole weekend. It actually probably took longer to gather the resources than it did to build. This is natural. This is man-made. It looked odd with it just stacked up there, so I think, yeah, look, entirely hollow. I should probably put some lights in there at some point. Yeah, I definitely should put some lights in there. It's a giant mob farm. Come here. Where are you? Right, I'm having him. Get out of there. Right. Let's light this up and try and avoid that happening again. So, yeah, it's... as you can see, I built the walls entirely in cobble, and then covered them in mud. But I think it works quite well. I think it looks quite natural. And this was actually really simple. Once I worked out where the walls should go, so they were evenly spaced, and you'll notice there's variation on each side as well. So this is basically the platform for the castle to stand on. I also put this road in. That didn't take too long. And as you can see, there's oh look, here we go. This is why I was looking down every time I was over here, because I didn't want you to see this. This, once all this is gone, this will be filled in properly, and it will be more like that one, but it's going into this hill. So we come up these stairs that we built last time, and I've left a space here for access, but I don't quite know what I'm doing with that yet. And then I made a few adjustments to the staircase because of the width of the platform. It is quite high up. We do get a lot of snow. So this is the basic castle layout that we put out, was this row of cobble round here, all the way around, and then I added on where I want the towers to go, and filled in the floor basically. Oh, hello sheep. I believe there's a sheep and a pig under here somewhere, but I did do my best to light all of that up, so that shouldn't be a problem. I might even come back and fill all of that in just so that I can have a basement or something. And all the way round we have these watchtowers, but they go around the platform. the castle is inside this space. The only place you can't walk round is here, and even then you can climb it if you really want to. I quite like that. That was my lookout point in the last episode that I kept coming up to so we could see over. And actually, it's turning out to be quite a nice view now. We'll get this populated with little houses and things, as well as the sort of industrial type stuff that I've been talking about forever. So this is where the castle will go. This will be the main entrance. I think I'll keep it quite open, and I haven't quite decided if I want the towers to come out here or whether I'll just build the shape in and have the towers sort of the wall this way. We'll just have to see how it goes. But we are starting to run a little short in time, so I will have a quick run around the outside and show you the other sides of it, because I have kept it in the shape of the landscape as much as possible. So places like here, I've tried to sort of build this in. That's just the stand for that, really. So yeah, along this side we have very similar. My phone's going crazy. I think I've just got an email. It always tells me twice for some reason. So up the side of the stairs we've got a fairly simple design. I haven't put in any other bricks in there. But then round here I've kept cobble for the edges and the walls, and cobble walls. And then behind them I've just filled it in with stone and stone brick, again keeping it as simple as possible. But you'll see here the wall here doesn't go out and down because it's not going anywhere near as far down, and all the way along we have these repeating patterns on these sort of panels. As I started to think of them after a while, I'll have to come back and take all this coal out and things as well. At some point I'm going to have a mission to take out anything that isn't stone or dirt and grass, just to make it look more mountainous. And then on this side where the land goes up, it just digs in. So to make it look like it had some kind of solid foundation, I have put a row of cobble along the bottom for these walls to stand on, and I think that looks like it's been sort of deliberately finished off, if you like. But all in all, I'm really quite pleased with it. I think it's worked out better than I expected. You can't see me. Haha. And then, yeah, so we'll want an entrance that's something similar to this. I've just noticed this issue here. I've only got one stone on me to help cover it up, but that's not a problem. I'll just take a couple of those. There we go, sorted. And yeah, it's that kind of little job I've been doing this weekend as well. But really what took the most time, I would have to say, was working out where to put those towers. Some of them I tore down 3 or 4 times before I got the overhang right. I kept thinking I'd found my centre spot on them. That one, this was the first one I put up, and I was really pleased with the way that this came over the edge. Trying to do it here, where you didn't have a 90-degree angle, I got that wrong so many times it wasn't funny. Let's just get rid of some of these guys, because they are going to ruin my day. And yeah, that's about all I've got to show you. It's been a big project, but not necessarily one that would have worked on camera either. The number of up and down, and it was just a bit of a grind, to be completely honest. In fact, it was a total and utter grind, but I think it was well worth the effort. I'm really pleased with how it turned out, and I can't wait to see what the castle looks like on top of it. So at this point there's really nothing else to say except thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.